So I have been reading The Art of Loving by Erich Fromm, and the chapter I was reading today was all about the practice of the art of love. One of the things that Fromm says at the beginning of this chapter is that in order to be a master of any type of art, you need to exhibit a few different qualities, and that is discipline, patience, and concentration. He then goes on to talk about narcissism and how it's imperative that one is not narcissistic in order to be a loving person. Fromm also says that in order to be absent of narcissism, one needs to develop humility, objectivity, and reason. Humility is an interesting concept, which, if I'm being honest, I mainly have come across it within the realm of Christianity. And when I came across this passage, I immediately thought about one of my favorite books of all time, The Divine Comedy by Dante. In the second book, which is Purgatory or Purgatorio, there are a number of chapters where Dante examines the sin of pride and the corresponding virtue of humility. There's one section where Dante and his guide, Virgil, come across the whip of pride. And it's essentially kind of like a mural, which shows a few different instances of people who exhibited great humility throughout history. And one of the examples is a Roman emperor by the name of Trajan. So before reading this, I was not familiar with this story. Trajan delayed a military campaign to avenge the murder of a poor widow's son. And this shows humility because rather than delegating this task to somebody who was of a lower level, Trajan, the emperor himself, decided to take on this task. So for me, I'm taking that story and thinking about, do I exhibit humility in my everyday life? Are there things that I feel like I'm too good for that are beneath me? And do I need to have more of a humble spirit in order to be able to be a loving person? So I would love to hear from people. Do you have any thoughts about this concept of humility and its necessity to be there in order to be a loving person? Is it something that you have maybe experienced in past relationships where a lack of humility has resulted in a lot of issues in your relationship? I would love to hear from people and learn more because this is a concept I hadn't really thought of prior to reading this chapter in The Art of Loving.